All right, folks, it's your boy Jakari from Twisted Never Game here, and I just want to apologize ahead of time. This is going in before the intro, post edit. During the video, you're going to visibly see a cut about 7.5 minutes into the profile where my camera overheats, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I had to let it cool down. I continued shooting from that point as best I could, but I mean, it's going to be noticeably there. I'm not going to edit it out. But I appreciate y'all. Again, I apologize ahead of time. I apologize again a couple of times after the fact. But I appreciate y'all just sticking around and watching the video. Thank you. Alright, folks, it's your boy Jakari once again from Twisted Never Gaming, and I'm back at you with another deck profile. Well, as you can tell, it is Altergeist. But it's probably going to be an Altergeist deck that probably everybody else has probably profiled and done multiple times. But, you know me, I play things slightly differently than certain people. And, I haven't done an Altergeist deck profile in a good little bit. So, I do actually have a main, an extra, and a side. And I'll let you know the choices on each one of those when we get to that part. So, let's get started. Hey, yo, Alex, hit him with that for me, bruh.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
What was that?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I don't think they heard you,
bell,
bro.
man. Hit the bell.
I don't think they heard you, bro.
Don't forget.
Like and subscribe, man. I better do that. That's how you get more content. Hit the bell.
And the bell.
Ring the bell.
Bell.
Ring the bell.
Bell.
Click it.
He's short, so I don't know his word.
All right, folks, and we're back. Got a little bit more of a close-up view. Let's get started with the main deck. Standard ratio 1 Konkori. Yeah, I did kind of change. With the way I'm doing this one Konkori kind of is enough. 3 Marionetta. Again, it's relatively self-explanatory. You already know what Mary does. Mary sets a trap from your deck. 9 times out of 10, if you don't have protocol already in hand or already face down, you're gonna get protocol. So, three melee seek. It's pretty self-explanatory at this point for a melee seek. And 3 of the star of the show, 3 multi-faker. You already know what multi-faker does. As soon as you resolve a trap, special summon it from the hand, special summon an Altergeist in defense position. There you go. I'm not going into full detail with the cards because, Altergeist has been out for a good long effing while at this point. 2 Silk. I was running 3, but this deck is already at like 45, so I cut 1 because most people know me for running, different rarity, not rarities, but different ratios than everyone else. Because normally I'm running 2 Konkori, 3 Silk, but I went with the status quo on this one because of how the deck has changed up a little bit. 3 Ash, and for everybody who doesn't like the alternate art of Ash, I don't care. I have printings of both, but Forehead is in another deck. The Altergeist for Forehead is in my binder. These have been in this deck since Maximum Gold. I don't see a point in changing them if they play exactly the effing same. And then last hand trap, 3 Veiler. Well, 3 last hand trap monster, I should say. Be more specific. You'll know. You probably already know what the other hand trap is in the deck. So, realistically, if you want to switch Veiler out, Veiler can go into Bells, can do Crow, you can do Gamma Driver, which will put the deck to 46. Unless you do 2 Gamma, 1 Driver. So, but then that kind of, unless you're going first, kind of forces you to run Lambda. And I'm not running Lambda in here, so. And then here comes the last monster in the deck. 3 Numeron Wall. Surprise. I'm not running Dragoon. So no Vert, no Dark Magician, no Red Eyes Fusion, no Red Eyes. This is Numeron Eldritch. Could I realistically put the pieces in here to do it? Yeah, I can. Much like in Gravekeepers, like I said in that one, if I really wanted to do it, I could. It's not hard to dump the pieces into the grave or summon Vert, pay the 2K, activate something like Magical Eyes Fusion, and summon it that way. I could do that, but I don't want to. Alright, so let's go into the spells. You know me, I have a Monster Reborn for every occasion. So 3 Monster Reborn, 3 Calling, 3 Network. It's pretty self-explanatory at this point. If I'm playing Numeron, you probably know I'm playing Network and Calling at this point. So, I'm not going to go into what they do. I probably should, realistically, but it's one of those situations where the cards have been out for, 9 months at this point? 8 months, 9 months, somewhere in that range. 8 months this month, so, yeah. 1 day apiece. You know me, I'm also Mr. Regeki for every occasion. And then the last 4 spells. 3 Triple Tactics Talent. And Upstart. I chose not to go with either Extrav or Prosperity in this one. Honestly, everything in my extra deck is summonable. Half of it is actually a necessity for this particular build. If I wasn't doing a Numeron build, I'd probably go either go back to doing the Extrav route, or I'd go to Prosperity. Either one with this deck. Probably Prosperity because I get to pick and choose. Same reason why I'm not running it in, like I said, reason why I'm not running Extrav and Gravekeepers is as opposed to Prosperity. It's because Prosperity lets me pick. Simply put, the choice is a better. Sorry about that, folks. I was in mid shot for explaining why I would do Prosperity over extra in this deck if I wasn't doing the Numeron build, and camera overheated. So I had to wait a few minutes, let it cool down, and now we're back. So simply put, yeah, the option to be able to choose which cards get banished from the extra deck is far better to me than doing it at random and drawing. So let's continue. Let's see, that was the last of the spells. So now if I tend to rush this just a little bit, I kind of don't want it to do this again. So if I rush a little bit more on this part, I do apologize. You know me, I'm not going to try to edit everything out. Right now, it takes a little too much time, and time is one thing I don't have a lot of. So, one Haunted Rock. Yes, I'm still running Haunted Rock. No, most people don't like Haunted Rock, but I don't. Again, I do tend to do stuff that a lot of people don't like. One Manifestation, and 3 Protocol. You already know. 3 Imperms. That was kind of obvious. And then the last cards in the main deck, 3 Spoofing. Alright, so let's go into the extra deck, and then I'll do the side deck too. Three Hextia. Kind of self-explanatory. It's the main monster that you summon, and Altergeist that's not Link Karibo. 1 Prime Banshee. I happen to really like running Prime Banshee in these decks, because if all else fails and all I have is Altergeist on field, I can always just fall back on that. 1 Borosword. I'm not running Access Code simply because Access Code is in another deck, so, and I only got 1 at the moment. 1 Megaclops. That's for the Numeron side of the deck. 1 Link Karibo. And 1 Anima. And then 1 Dragvarian. I can still summon it, so I'm still going to play it. No, I do not care that people don't like Dragvarian. I happen to really like Dragvarian. That's all that really matters. And then you kind of know, I don't run 4. I run 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 3s. This is actually if I decided to actually put in Prosperity. Because to be perfectly honest with you, if I put in Prosperity, these are going to be Prosperity bait. So, alright, and now for the side deck. And the side deck is specifically for if I were to take out the entirety of the Numeron part of the deck. So, 2 more Prime Banshee, a Borolo Dragon, another Anima, Unchained Abomination, and Draco Berserker the Chingy. Can those change? Absolutely. Can they be any 6 extra deck cards you want? Absolutely. Did I choose those because I was already running them in an original in another build? Yes. Called by Triple Cosmic. Double Compulse. One Judgment, 2 strikes. So, literally, these all get sided in if I decide to run. These get sided in that side of the deck. In essence, Megaclops becomes a dead card in the extra deck because I don't actually have one to replace him. It's either going to be him or one of the gates becomes a dead card. If you ask me how many times I've tested this deck, I can probably count it on one hand. I built this deck primarily to profile. I know how the deck works. I've played other people's builds. So, like I said, I do know how to pilot the deck. It's one of those I don't really care. So, I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all know me. I'm not one to sit here and sugarcoat it. Numeron, the Numeron portion of this deck is not really my favorite way to play this deck. My way to play this deck is honestly to have a Hextia or 2 Dragvarian or 2 actually no, 1 Dragvarian. My ideal board with Altergeist is Borosword, Hextia, actually 2 Hextia. Yeah, 2 Hextia. Dragvarian and Silk with Protocol face up and spoofing. So, let me know what you guys think. This deck, like I said, I built this to profile. I've piloted other people's builds. My ratios tend to differ from a lot of people's, of course. But that's it, folks. Like I said, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that bell for all future notifications. It's been your boy Jakari from Twisted Hammer Gaming, and signing off. And once again, I do apologize for my camera overheating in the middle of filming. Like I said, I'm not going to actually edit that out. It's literally going to cut from me going from one part to the other. And you may end up hearing this twice if you actually listen to this all the way through. And if you do, I genuinely appreciate you. Later, folks.